With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit ActiveDay.com to apply.
I'm enrolling in Medicare soon, and it had me a little confused. Then I found MyHealthPolicy.com. With MyHealthPolicy.com, I could go online and compare Medicare Advantage plans from some top-rated national insurers, including $0 monthly premium plans. I can learn about plans in my area and talk with a licensed insurance agent if needed. MyHealthPolicy.com has made doing my research a whole lot easier.
My choice, my Medicare, myhealthpolicy.com.
Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.
A fuck nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A snitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. A bitch nigga, that's that shit I don't like. Sneak designs, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like.
Yo, what up, everybody? Welcome to a hateful ass episode of Jade and XD. This is probably my favorite episode ever.
You're awful.
Because it's filled with nothing but negativity and hatefulness and just everything that people assume that I am.
Assume?
Okay. Hey, what's up, girl?
Stand in our truth.
Okay. No, I like to think of myself as a positive motherfucker. You know what I mean? As much as I can be in this fucking city.
Really? Because I distinctly recall our conversation earlier, and I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time coming up with some stuff for this list. And you're like, not me. I was having a hard time condensing it. So, I don't know. I just don't know.
Wow. You're just putting all of our business out there in the street.
Just a little bit.
Anyway, how was your week?
Awful.
Oh, no.
In the vein of this show.
Oh, God.
Of this episode, it wasn't awful, but it was a pretty stressful week. I've been sick. Noah's been sick.
Yeah.
We're moving.
Yeah.
So we're packing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So having all those, and then you have regular work.
Which, yeah.
So just those combination of things all condensed into a week's time, that makes for kind of a stressful week.
Yeah.
How was your week?
Regular bullshit. I mean, just working. I found out that the lyrics to the Good Times theme song is just looking out of the window, watching the afros grow, not asphalt. That made a lot more sense.
Oh, that does make sense. Okay.
Yeah. So that was kind of the only highlight of my week. Other than that, it's just been super stressful. I went back to the gym.
Yes, good.
What else happened this week? I don't know. I feel like we just sat down here to do the show, so I don't feel like that much time has passed.
I know white people have been consistently pissing me off this week.
Well, okay.
Remember that white girl from Saturday?
Oh, with the phone. You'll tell them the story.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So XD and I are walking down the street with 2 other friends by my job because he came with me to work because I had to go handle some stuff. So me and this white girl are very close on the sidewalk, and I don't move out of the way for white people. And
why would you?
Neither does my husband. He moves out of the way for women just out of respect, but we're not moving out of the way for no white people because y'all don't ever move out of the way for us.
In any facet, fashion, or form.
Ever. So our hands grazed each other, and her phone happened to be in her hand, and well, it dropped to the ground. So everybody hears the phone drop. Of course, everybody looks to make sure it's not their phone. And then when I saw it wasn't mine, I kept walking. So she turns around and goes, "It's fine. It's no need for apologies. Everything's okay." And I was like, I wasn't going to apologize. I don't know why you expected one. All phones matter.
For the record, not to say that this is in her defense. I just want to say that her phone did fall screen first.
I don't care.
Yeah, I know. I know you don't care. I don't care either. I was just painting the picture. She also had a Kate Spade cover, so that tells you how white she really is.
Right. And she's a background white.
Yeah. But anyway.
So I hope her phone shattered.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
We took great pictures that day, though.
We took some good pictures that day. I got
did.
you in nature.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Yeah. It was cute.
It was a good day.
Check out our sponsors, Warby Parker, Target, Audible, and Uber if you'd like to sign up to be a driver. Listen to us anywhere and everywhere on the internet. Also, check out Podcast Culture's event on September 30th. They're doing a podcast day hosted by Sarome Russell. Link is in the description box wherever you're listening.
So Sarome posted this video today, which was really funny, where he talked about how he taught his children how to speak to people and how to be polite, and how when his kids speak to other little kids and they don't speak back, he be getting pissed off.
He has the cutest kids too.
And I feel the same way. Like when Noah says it was hi to kids or adults and they don't speak back, I get heated. Like, you little ingrate, you better be happy she spoke to you, little nappy ass. And it's your fault because you're probably raising it to be a horrible person. So I'm yelling at the mother, I'm yelling at the kids. I was like, I'm so glad I'm not the one who gets irrationally angry when nobody speaks back to my child.
Right. No, but that's true though. It's like you're teaching them how to like be like
decent human beings.
Respectable human beings.
Yeah.
Like respectful, excuse me. Not respectable because fuck that shit.
Yeah, it's nice to know that there are other people who get just as irrationally angry at some of the same things that I do.
Yeah.
It makes me feel better about myself.
So, in light of... So, we read... y'all kind of threw shade at us a little bit last week when y'all were a little too excited that we weren't doing pop culture. They were like, woo, girl, we are so excited.
Let me tell you. I didn't want to go say nothing, but, I just knew y'all niggas was extra boring when y'all didn't talk, when you talked about pop culture.
But we totally agree, though, because pop culture's whack. Like, it's just not who we are.
No.
Yeah.
And I'm tired of politics. We're not talking about the debate, so don't even ask.
Yeah, not even.
Mm-mm.
But...
What?
The only thing I want to talk about, because I did not watch the debate.
No, neither did I.
But the best part of the debate...
How you gonna say you didn't watch it and say the best part?
There was the commercial that aired right after.
You better not. You better not. That's racist. That is racist. If you sing it... I swear I'm going to call you who you didn't want me to call you from Living Single last week. Swear. Do it.
It's so worth it. Okay, so like, I'm not going to sing it.
Go ahead.
But.
Get it out of your spirit because it's going to be sitting there.
Oh, God.
Go ahead.
American Skin. Like, that's all I'll sing about it. Because, listen, that was the greatest thing. Just when I thought we couldn't get any better than what's in the chicken wraps? Mary broke us off with the remix. She sat there and made Hillary Rodham Clinton so uncomfortable in a Chanel Nehru jacket.
With an auntie grasp.
Yes.
With an auntie
because
grasp.
I couldn't keep it together really, but I was holding on until she grabbed and held her hand towards the end, and I lost it. I was like, ah!
Because it wasn't really like, it was more like, you better not leave, bitch. I'm not done with these words.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Like, she threatened her. Like, the only way somebody from the Bronx.
But it threw me off.
And
it threw me off.
You know what? And I know it's through Apple Music, but it was very reminiscent of like a McDonald's commercial. You know how they like, let me get a McPick too? Like, how they pander to black people? Like, it's like, what's the 411 with Mary J. Blige? Like, nigga, what?
Why she gotta sing? She could have just said it. Like, niggas stay singing. Like, why is niggas always singing? They always gotta sing it in a Walmart commercial. They gotta sing in the McDonald's commercial.
Let me get a McPick
singing in the
too.
KFC commercial. Now we singing to the White Devil. Like, why are we singing so? Like, stop singing. I understand we're happy people, but like,
it was so
tired of niggas singing for entertainment.
It's so great. It was a moment. And then she clapped back and said, "Shut the fuck up, crabs in the barrel." She did a lot of hashtags, but she deleted the tweet. But I'm just going to chalk that up to her just being upset because, you know, her and Kendu aren't together anymore.
I appreciated the memes that came from it.
Absolutely. I too was a lover and a secretary.
Working every day of the week.
Yeah.
That was the best one.
That was great.
That was and then the hateration, holleration.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Great.
Like, the memes were great.
But that's it. All
right.
But yeah, we heard you when we were like, okay, you know, we're so glad you're taking a break from pop culture. We got it. So, in this week's episode, it's 50 things that Jade and I hate. Back in the day, before Jade and her husband had a wonderful, beautiful child.
Wonderful.
Yeah. They had a whole wall in this apartment that where we record, and it was called the Wall of Hate. We've actually mentioned it before in that other show that we were on. And it's actually the second episode called Wall of Hate, I think.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, we had a whole wall, or they had a whole wall dedicated to everything that they hate. And so everybody could just walk in and take a piece of chalk and just write on
the wall, on the chalkboard wall.
On the chalkboard wall.
So it was literally filled up with the pettiest stuff that people hate. I think one of the funniest ones on there that I remember was somebody put CeCe Peniston live.
Yeah.
So that was one of the funniest ones on there.
Pat Houston was on there like twice, I think.
You put her on there, and
that was valid.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that was valid.
And no, everything was valid.
Yeah.
People had reasons. It's fine.
Yeah.
But it was filled.
Yeah,
it was filled.
So, we're in that spirit.
In the words of Dave Chappelle.
Yeah.
Let the hate out of your heart.
Yeah, let the hate out of your heart. You ready for 50 things that we hate?
Because we're going to give them to you organized and in categories.
Yeah. Because that's the type of hateful bitches we are. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not hateful.
Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
Top 5 people we hate. Go. Number 1. Not in any particular order.
We're going back and forth?
Yeah.
All right, you go first.
Ladies first.
Oh, okay. This person, I call him Vampire in Brooklyn.
Oh.
He's got jagged teeth and quite a white face now. And I believe one of his songs is also going to be listed in this episode. You know that I hate him thoroughly and irrationally for no reason, actually. Kind of for a reason, but not really.
The fact that, and I kind of figured out who this might be, and the fact that you say he might be white is kind of a read.
No, he's not white.
I know. What I know is that he's pale, which means he's probably sick. And if you're probably thinking of Freddie Jackson,
that's exactly who it is.
I knew it.
Now don't you wanna jam tonight? Jam tonight. Jam tonight. Don't you wanna jam tonight?
I knew
Freddie Jackson.
I knew it. You are so mean.
I have not liked Freddie Jackson since I was a kid.
Why?
I've always hated his voice. I hate his Weasley face. Like, I don't like his songs. Like, I just don't like something about, you know how you feel about Terry Crews? Just something about Freddie Jackson it makes me like immediately start itching. Like immediately. Like,
oh my god!
I don't know. I do not like Freddie Jackson. I cannot stand him. The very first time I heard his voice as a kid, I was like, turn that off. What is that? It's scary.
Oh my god!
I don't like Freddie Jackson.
Really?
I hate Freddie Jackson.
I saw him at the Punk Club, and he never mind how he looked, but just know,
like a vampire in Brooklyn.
He looked past tense.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Everybody knows how much I hate this person. Like,
India.Arie.
Yeah.
Your love is like cocoa butter on my heart. Your touch is like cocoa butter on my heart.
I knew it.
Yeah, like, I just, like, she had to have there's no other, and people always ask why I hate her. And I'm not going to waste time on her. If you go listen to our old show, and there's an episode called Instagram Therapy, you should go back and listen to that, and I explain why I hate that hoe.
And it's very valid.
Yeah.
It's not like my Freddie Jackson hate.
Yeah.
It's very valid.
They talked about it on the read. They, listen, fuck her.
That's real.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. My next person is white.
Ooh, that's a plethora of insurmountable amount of people that I couldn't even.
I feel like he is the reason for Sam Smith. There's really no relation outside of the fact that they're both white and they sing soulfully, kind of. But
the reason for Sam Smith?
That's just my own, like, that's Jade logic. That's not real logic.
Okay.
You know my logic sometimes.
Yeah.
But it always ends up making sense.
Okay.
What is one of his songs?
Have we talked about how I don't really care for Sam Smith?
Worried about keeping up with your fave friends all summer? Or posting every perfectly pink sunset you see? Don't sweat the Connect. You can have it made in the shade with 4 lines of unlimited data for $100 a month. Scroll the staycation pics, find your new go-to takeout spot, or catch some rays on video chat. Whatever you and the crew are into, all the data makes it all that much better. Smile. You're on Cricket.
Cricket Core acquired on 4 lines. Data speed limited to 3 megabits per second. Cricket may slow data speeds when the network is busy. Additional fees, usage, and restrictions apply.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.
I feel like in the past we have. Because I feel like he sounds like when you have mac and cheese
in your mouth
throat.
and it's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, that's exactly how he sings. But this person is like, he's that original soulful voice for a white man.
Michael McDonald?
Cannot stand him.
I keep forgetting we're not in love anymore. I keep forgetting things will never be the same again.
Same thing as a kid. Hated Michael McDonald's voice. I don't know what it is. Don't like it. And he looks like Santa. So I just... It's another one. I feel like he's the father of gentrification. I don't...
That's so weird, because I always would have thought Kenny G was the father of gentrification.
Him too.
Yeah.
But I don't hate him.
Yeah.
Then again, I've never heard him speak.
Yeah. Or maybe Michael Bolton. Because, you know, Kenny G and Michael Bolton are kind of the same person.
I think they are the same person.
Yeah.
I think they are.
Like, they look the same.
So I guess I have. So then maybe I do hate Kenny G now because I don't like Michael Bolton.
Tell me how am I supposed to live without you? Okay.
I don't like it.
All right. She's a fictional character.
Okay. That's also valid.
Yeah, because and she's in a commercial. She has a slew of commercials. Yes, you know exactly who I'm talking about.
Do I hate her too?
Yes, you do.
Is it Flo from Progressive?
Yes.
Hey, big guy. I heard you lost a close one today. Look, Jamie, maybe we weren't the lowest rate this time. But when you show people their progressive direct rate and our competitors' rates, you can't win them all.
Oh,
I fucking hate her.
Oh, let me tell y'all how I wish Flo for Progressive was on Power and that she did one of the wrong things. Like, I do not like Flo for Progressive.
I wish she met Brandy.
I wish she was Holly.
Yikes.
I don't like Flo.
I do not like her either. Like, she is so fucking annoying. And I got mad at myself for liking 2 commercials that they had.
Which ones?
The one with the sprinkles. When they did like the old 1980s filter or whatever, like the
and she was like talking to the kids or whatever.
It was kind of funny.
No, I don't like Flo.
No, but fuck her. She's so fucking annoying.
Ooh, she's
she's the worst. She's like Katy
Me not
Perry.
like Flo. Me not like Flo.
She's like Katy Perry.
Isn't she a comedian in real life?
I don't care.
Right. The next person, you're never gonna guess them. This is a real person, and so I gave XD a disclaimer before the show and said, things might get a little awkward because I'm going to mention some people that I have had personal encounters with. And I hope in some form or fashion that it gets back to them that they're on this list, because I want you to know that if I see you outside of anything, I might fight you. Like, I do not like you. I do not care for your entire existence. And one of them is this person that I used to work with at Hennessy. Her name is Nydia Jaime.
Okay.
Yeah. Let me tell you about how on the last day of work, I had a full plan. I said, you know what?
Oh, this is the supervisor you don't like.
Woo,
or didn't
she
like.
wasn't my supervisor. She was the supervisor of accounting.
Right. I remember her. Okay.
Let me tell you about how I planned on going into work in sweatpants. And when I tell you that I was going to David from Real World slap her and walk away from her cubicle and leave the building, that was my plan until that day. Then I got to work and I said, you know what? I have a family and they're going to escort me out this building. And I want to get liquor in the future.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to slap her in this building. But you better believe, if I see you in these streets, I'm going to slap the dog shit out of you. Anybody who tries to put your family in jeopardy for no reason because they have some sort of irrational problem, you can get this work. So, Nydia Jaime, MHUSA, you're on this list. Next.
Mine, it's a group of people. And I don't know how to describe them all, but I'll just have to tell you who they are.
Okay.
I hate niggas who are like, and I hate to be this kind of person, but I hate niggas who kind of forget all that you've done for them. And it's not the fact, like, it's kind of like, not to say that I'm trying to throw shit in your face, but like, I remember when you was dead broke, ain't have nothing, I gave you a sandwich, yada, yada, yada. And then you come up on you come up and you just forget about all the people that helped you in the past and you shit on them. Like, there gets to the point where I'm always trying to feel like, at what point do you remind a nigga what you've done for them in the past? And it's just like, do you allow them to forget? Yeah.
You never remind them. You never remind anybody of what you've done for them in the past.
Yeah, I know, and I'm struggling with that. I don't in general, but that's just some shit I don't like. It's just like, girl, like, that, and I know I've never done anything out of like for in return or anything, but it's just like, girl.
Well, that's the thing. You don't do things for things in return. You do things out of a genuine spirit. So if somebody else doesn't know how to act, I understand that this is an episode that's dedicated to hate, and it's, it's all in good fun. But in all seriousness, if you encounter somebody who doesn't know how to act, and you don't lower yourself to say, I'm going to remind you of what I did for you in the past, because then it looks bad on you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I know, but that's some shit I don't like.
No, that's real. You cannot like it all. Yeah, that's fair. That's totally fair. But
Yeah, but that's it.
The next one is another person. So it's another one you're not going to guess.
I'm just going to stay in here, okay, while you go on your read.
He falls into a category of niggas who don't know how to act when they've gotten to a certain level of success. Those are the niggas that I don't like. You know, especially, like, here's the thing. My whole view in life is I want to build my people up. You know what I'm saying? As much as shit we may talk and, you know, we throw jokes and whatever the case, and a lot of it comes from a place of truth.
Yeah.
We still love our people ultimately, which is why we're so angry about the things that are happening in society and so hurt personally for the families that are going through these things. And I know that when I get to a certain level, I want to upbuild my people as much as possible. That means I want to employ them. That means that I want to support them in their businesses and in their ventures. Like, that's something that's key to me. And I'm not going to set people up for failure in order to do so. And when I get to a certain level, I'm not going to forget what it was like to have to struggle in certain times and have people look out for me. You know what I'm saying? And so that's where this nigga Terrence Fontaine comes in. I used to work for him, and he was one of the worst niggas I've ever met in my life, to the point where I was his assistant. He was the deputy chief of staff to the mayor. And I was in college, and I was working as his executive assistant. I found out on my first day of work that I was the 9th assistant in a 2-year period. This nigga wanted me to organize his paperwork on his desk every single morning and open his door and have coffee for him when he walked in. He wanted me to line his papers up accordion style so that he didn't have to move them to see what he had to deal with for the day. He would throw fits. He would throw tantrums. And when he didn't get his way, he would just let people go. And that's exactly what he did to me. And so on my very last day of work, I remember I teared up because I fought tooth and nail against my spirit of cussing him out in those times where he was dead wrong. And so, like, I remember I sat in that office with him and with HR, and I tried so hard. My face turned red like a tomato, and tears just started streaming down my face. And this man said, "I'm not firing you. It's just not working out. I don't think this is the right fit for either one of us. And you shouldn't cry because you're too pretty and you're smart and you're in school and you're engaged and you have all these wonderful things going for yourself." I said to him, I am not crying because I am sad about losing this job. And I vowed that if I ever saw him outside of that office, I was going to bust his kneecaps out. Yeah. And that's exactly what I said in my prayer. I'm going to bust this nigga's kneecaps out if I see him in the streets. So if that's not your will, then don't let me run into this nigga. Mm-hmm. And I never did. I never ran into him again. Ironically, he was friends with one of my uncles. My uncle didn't know I got the job. And when he found out who I was working for, he told me, I would have told you never to work for him. Ooh. This man knew who my uncle and my aunt were. He's been to their house. He was one of the worst niggas I ever met in my life. And he forgot. Unless it was convenient. Because I remember I came in the office with some Frenchie's chicken before. Because, I went to U of H. Mm-hmm. And I came into the office with some Frenchie's chicken. And he was like, "Oh, you got Frenchie's? Oh, you want to be down today, nigga? Oh, you want to be down today, nigga? You want to talk about my chicken? Get out of here. Like, you're awful." And he looked like Mr. Big Head from Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh, God.
So, I don't like him or niggas like him.
So, this person, you also hate, but you don't know that you hate them.
Okay.
But you hate them. And many people hate this person. He is, his name is Thomas F. Pendergast.
What?
Thomas F. Pendergast.
Teddy P?
No. That'd be Theodore. But Thomas
Oh.
F. Pendergast.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
Thomas
you're right.
F. Pendergast. If you aren't aware who he is... Pendergast.
Pendergast.
Yeah.
Oh.
If you don't know who he is, have you ever heard of him?
I don't think so.
He is the chairman and CEO of the Metropolitan Transit Authority.
Woo, nigga, beef with you.
I want to express... How long do we have? Well, who cares? We pay for it.
Word.
I have never in my 30 years on this fucking planet have ever experienced gross negligence, privilege, racism, classism,
you ain't never lied.
sexism in this microcosm of like transit, right? Because I was reading, because you know, like the National History Museum of African American Culture.
I can't wait to go.
Yeah, same here. But they were talking about how they're parallels of like the slave trade from north to south and moving back and forth. If you notice that they are the same routes that I-95 is on and I-20 and all these other places, right? So there's this connection of like transit and slavery or like racism, right? So I have to go to the Bronx maybe like at least once a week for work. And if you've noticed that if you live in New York or any transit place, you've noticed that trains go around the hood and never through it. But on the white neighborhoods, trains go directly through it.
You're sure right, because if you go like
86th Street,
it goes right through the neighborhood.
They're bringing a whole nother train line into the new T train that they're building or whatever.
You're right.
2 train lines on the Upper East Side.
You're right.
Multiple train lines on the Upper West Side. You know what I mean?
You're right.
But the South Bronx, trains all around.
East Flatbush, you gotta take a bus.
Buses. And even those aren't Canarsie. The buses don't even run all night.
No, they don't. Select buses, and it's a mess to try to get home if you live in the hood.
And the fact that he looks like fucking like, you know how like when white people get that shit in the corner of their mouth when they speak?
Yeah.
He looks exactly like that. But
I
like,
imagine him to be like a fat jolly man who's always like, just raise it 25 cents.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, I figured
That's him.
with like a golden goblet in his hand.
Right. He is extremely like ugly, like true life and ugly. But like I've never seen complete and utter disregard. Like I can be honest, I have never experienced direct racism. Like people call me a nigger, or I mean I've been gay bashed, but no one's ever called me a nigger or whatever, like or anything like that. And I can honestly say I thank God for that. I've been lucky. But if anything, I have been a victim of racism due to the lack of poor infrastructure that is public transit. Mm-hmm. Not just me, but you and whoever lives in these metropolitan cities.
Absolutely.
Who have to rely on this shit.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And it's not conducive to, you can't say, just get your own car and drive. Like, New York isn't built for that.
You're right.
Like,
You're right.
It's quicker for me to take the train, to get someplace instead of driving.
A lot of my friends down south are surprised that I have a car.
Yeah.
I'm like, it actually comes in very handy with me, especially with catering and having a family.
Yeah.
Like, we're all over the place. But
yeah, that works. But day to day, to and from,
it's not common.
It's not. Unless if you work in the borough, like, whatever. It's complicated. But like, Thomas F. Pendergrass, fuck you, suck my cock. You are the worst one of the worst white people on the planet, and I fucking hate you.
I have spoken very publicly about this group of people. They are ruining our city. They are raising the rent.
Oh.
They are just ghastly and awful and jolly and don't even realize that they are nothing but vermin who have infested the city. And those are hipsters and gentrifiers.
Now,
because they are one in the same.
I identify as a hipster.
You're not. Why? Why do you want to identify as that?
I mean, I don't identify. I just feel like that's what I would be classified as based off of how... Whatever. Fine, whatever. I'm not.
Hate you.
Okay.
Okay? You're all Lena Dunham. Every last one of you. Matter of fact, let's just throw her on the list too.
Yep.
Because she is an awful, awful human being. Like, ugh. I almost started hating the girl in the 3rd episode of Stranger Things. The one who cut her finger and the blood went into the pool. Do you watch that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. The one who got abducted.
Yeah.
I almost started hating her just because she looked like Lena Dunham. I saw this white boy at the West,
I never thought about that.
Yeah. She absolutely looks like Lena Dunham. And then I went to the West Indian Day Parade.
Oh, God.
And not to say that white people are not allowed at the West Indian Day Parade.
So this is also your fault because you took pictures of these people.
I did. I'm not famous yet. Snapchat goes away and don't nobody have that picture. Did nobody screenshot it? I would have got the notification. But there was I use gentleman for lack of a better phrase there, who looked just like Lena Dunham and Little Critter. Red hair, fluffy, like same haircut as Little Critter, just same everything. And I looked at him and I just said, ugh, why are you here?
Yeah.
I hope you don't look like Lena Dunham. I hope nobody who listens to this looks like Lena Dunham, because unfortunately I'm just going to have an irrational hate if I ever look at you, because you're going to remind me of Lena Dunham, and I'm throwing her on this list. In addition, because she's actually she's part of the gentrifiers and the hipsters. Like she's them, so she's included in this. Yeah. She's a huge part of the problem.
She's like the MLK of hipsters.
I do not go up for Odell Beckham Jr. Like, I do not care about that nigga. But the fact that you thought that somebody was supposed to know who you were and had a whole fit about it publicly because this nigga didn't speak to you, like, what makes you think that he knows who you are? Like, I have a vagina and you have a vagina, and I've never seen an episode of Girlfriends. Wait, no, I lie. Girls. Whatever. What is the thing called? Yeah, that. Never seen an episode of it. So what makes you think that if I became famous, I was going to look at you in your face, I'm supposed to speak to you?
Speaking of
if
which,
you so pressed, come speak to me. I'm so sick of y'all with all your damn privilege and all your damn... You dropped my phone. No, bitch, you dropped your phone. Put it in your bag or in your pocket like a reasonable human being. I'm sick of all of y'all. Get on my nerves. Hate you.
They, it's a group of people.
Yellow cab drivers.
No.
They should be on this list too. No. Not Uber drivers. Yellow cab drivers.
No. And there's no other way to talk about them if I just say it. Twitter niggas.
Woo! 'Cause listen.
So here's the sitch, right? And by Twitter niggas, don't think that this is gender specific.
Mm-mm.
There are a group of people who are on Twitter. And if you aren't on Twitter, this doesn't apply to you.
Unless you're a Twitter nigga, because you can be a real life Twitter nigga.
Yeah, you can be. You totally can be.
Yeah, so you're not excluded.
And these are the people who have horrible, horrible opinions
about everything. Yeah.
People who are against regular shit.
like normal patterns of thoughts.
Yeah. Even when it comes to, like, bathing and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like
Naya Rivera?
Yeah, like, there are people, and, like, Twitter niggas are, like, people who are so contrarian just so that they can be, like, get likes and retweets or whatever. You're like, you know what I mean?
Just for shock value.
Just for shock value.
Like, you're terrible.
Like, there are people who, and then, like, you know, Twitter has a culture, right? Like, the way people speak on Twitter, but it's crazy when they take that shit off 140 characters and speak that way in real life.
Yeah, it's weird.
It's really hard to classify what a Twitter nigga is, but you know when you see one. But they're just so awful, like anti-woman. They have these antiquated thoughts. Most of them excuse rape. A lot of them are rapists themselves. Like, there's so many. They also, like, promote drunk driving. They'd be like, hey guys, there's a checkpoint up on such and such avenue. Be safe. No, nigga, why would you do that?
Right.
Let them drunk asses get caught up. They know what's up. Just so
They don't
many,
take care
like,
of their baby.
None of them has ever seen Mo Jazeel.
You're just like, listen, we gonna say names.
That Waymo nigga who always has his thighs out.
Oh, why?
Several. This other light skinned nigga that looked like a meerkat the other day. Who yesterday there was a Twitter novella, and he got into this argument with this other girl from Connecticut, who also a Twitter nigga, she was like, I ain't got nothing to hide. She ate this meerkat looking ass nigga's ass or whatever. And then, like, this other girl who had fruit flies in her house on her coochie.
The nigga who stole the girl's credit card and bought pizza.
Like, you get what I mean? Like, all these things.
Yeah, y'all are awful. What's your problem?
Are horrible.
Like, you're fucking motherless and fatherless.
Like, I don't, like,
what's
where...
your deal?
You know, like, today, I was talking to one of my NILA coworkers, and we were talking about homelessness, right? And, like, we came up with this concept, like, where did shit go wrong? And a lot of times when I'm on Twitter or Facebook or Instagram, because a lot of people, Twitter niggas, are on Instagram and they love memes. Jay talks about Instagram therapy all the fucking time.
Oh, God.
And it's like, at what point, where did your life this way? Like, when did you give up on you, beloved?
Right, because, like, I mean, I blame the parents, honestly. They don't promote healthy behavior within their children.
You know what I blame?
What?
Crack.
Yeah, that too.
Crack ruined... Why is Ronald Reagan not on this list? Because, you know, he invented crack.
You're on this list.
Yeah, because it's like, crack ruined the black community. Yeah, slavery. Yeah, we know that.
Yeah.
But crack?
Yeah.
That explains so much logic or lack thereof in our communities. And
like, that's what makes some of these trifling heifers cross the street with their children on a green light with you when you got a stroller and 3 of them following behind you,
and
like
all of them
ducklings.
bad and got chips in their damn hand at 8:00 the goddamn morning.
But they don't know no better because their mother is raggedy. She's raggedy. She's awful.
And the daddy ain't there. You know, he in Sing Sing or some shit, or at Rikers.
Sometimes the daddy's there, and he's awful, too. Yeah. Some of y'all niggas is... y'all. I don't care if you're there. You're still horrible. You're horrible. Like, and like you said, the Mo Jazeel nigga, whatever his name is, he made fun of somebody with lupus. How you make fun of somebody with lupus? Like, okay, you can not like a person, and if they happen to have lupus, then... You know, but you don't make fun of the lupus. Like, stop. That can kill a person. What's your problem? What's your deal?
I hate them all. They all...
Why are you all so angry and so mean? As we have an entire episode about things that we hate.
Right.
But we're not awful people.
Right.
Like, no, you're actually, to your core, terrible, rotten human beings.
Right.
You stink. Woo, enough of these niggas. I don't want to talk about the niggas no more. I don't want to talk about them. They make me upset because everybody's not like that.
Top five. Places that you hate. Go.
I take this with a grain of salt because, you know, mother's from there. Like, Mother E. But for whatever reason, I do not like Dallas.
You know... This is common from what I hear from people from Houston. Like, they do not like Dallas. There's like East Coast, West Coast beef in Texas.
It's not even that because my family's not from Houston. But like,
but just saying people who've lived
Houston, there or whatever.
Like, they just
I don't know.
fuck with Dallas. Like,
I don't really love Houston, but there are things that I love about the city,
Houston, yeah.
and I can say, oh man, the food is amazing, or this or that, the culture, the music, whatever. Dallas, I don't get it.
Really?
No, it's like super spread out. Like, it's confusing. I don't like it. I don't care for it. I'm sorry if you're from Dallas. Like, my experiences, there's not like I had anything super bad happen to me, but the lay of the land makes no sense to me. I just don't care for it too much. And nothing about it feels like authentic. Like, nothing about it feels like sincere and authentic. Like, in Houston, they have like, you know, you have your UGK and, you know, Ghetto Boys and like screw music, and like there are very authentic features about the city that you fall in love with. And then you turn around and you go to Dallas, and I
mean,
I got nothing.
Who's from Dallas? Duro Music, right? He's from Dallas or Houston?
I don't know.
He was fine. If y'all remember Duro Music, he was so fine.
Ice Cream Paint Job?
Yeah.
Yeah, buddy. Rolling like a paint shot. Like a NASCAR paint shot. I don't remember the words.
What about Charlie Boy? I look fly, I look good, I stay fly.
Oh, my mama. Yeah. Oh, my hood.
He might be Houston.
I don't know that either. I don't know.
Paul Wallace Houston?
Paul Wallace Houston, that I know. I have an entire Houston playlist.
What's
I love Houston culture. Like, I love the music.
What's Lil Flip?
I don't think he falls. I don't think.
I don't know. I'm trying to.
I think they're claiming Lil Flip like that.
Okay.
Game over. Flip. Flip. Game over.
Oh
the jokes write themselves. Like, really? No, I don't know.
Okay. So Dallas.
Yeah, I don't like Dallas too much.
So I have a story.
Okay. A story.
So, in 2009, there was a movie that came out. It was based off of a book, and I went to the Magic Johnson Theater, and the only reason why I went to the Magic Johnson Theater in Harlem is because I knew that if I went to go see this movie there, that I was going to have a wang dang doodle.
Okay.
You may have seen it. It was the feel good movie of the year of that year in 2009.
God, I probably already hate it. I don't like anything that's a feel good movie of the year, unless it's Queen of Katwe.
No, it's called Precious.
Stop! What's your deal?
So I went to the Magic Johnson Theater.
That's your first problem.
Yeah, it was.
That's where you went wrong.
Well,
where you going? You going on 125th?
Yeah, we only have one. Do we have one in Brooklyn? No. Thank God. Yeah, I went to the one in Harlem on Thanksgiving. And I went, and they were selling Lucy's in the theater.
Yeah.
And they were smoking weed.
Right now, switch your family to T-Mobile and get 4 lines for $25 a line with AutoPay and 5G access included on America's largest 5G network. So don't wait. Get unlimited and nationwide 5G access for the whole family for just $25 a line. Visit a T-Mobile store or T-Mobile.com today.
Plus taxes and fees. Customers may notice lower speeds and further reduction if using over 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video at 480p. Unlimited while on our network. Qualifying credit and 4+ lines required. Capable device required for 5G. Coverage not available in some areas. Some uses may require certain features. See T-Mobile.com.
Okay, so you're between meals and you're craving something sweet, right? What I do is snack on Blue Diamond honey roasted almonds. They're so good. And almonds are a superfood. So don't deny your cravings. Eat them.
Blue Diamond almonds. Crave victoriously.
In the theater, but when I tell you I had a good guffaw at somebody who I have come to know and love, Mary Jones, played by Monique. And so when the Oscar nominations came out, I said, you know, if Monique wins the Oscar... I was also, for the record, I was unemployed at the time. So I said if Monique won And in her words, it's Mary Jones, I'm going to take my fat ass down to the welfare. So March 28th, 2010, she won the Oscars. So that very next day, I took my fat ass down to the welfare.
We're going to go down to the welfare.
Yeah, me and 2 other friends went down to the welfare. And that's when I realized that this is the worst place in fucking America. And so when I went in, I knew, first of all, I go inside and this woman stops me, this black girl. Mm-hmm. And she's like, you know, hey, get in the elevator. She's telling me all her life story because, you know, black people in the morning love to tell you their business when you look. I don't know why. But,
not me.
But she was just telling me all her business. So I was like, okay, whatever. So she was like, do you go to church? What church you go to? I was like,
Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yeah, I was like, you know, I go. You know, she was like, well, I want to invite you to my church. It's open. And I was like, what do you mean? She was like, you know, it's open, all accepting. And I'm like, what are you trying to say? Now, mind you, I was not dressed like a homosexual at all. And if anything, I told myself I need to look, quote unquote, the part down at the welfare, if you know what I mean.
What did you have on?
I had on regular jeans. I had a hoodie.
What do you mean by regular jeans?
They weren't even skinny jeans. They were like straight leg.
Do you even own?
At the time.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't, STFU.
I'm just, because even your sweatpants are skinny.
They're joggers. That's what they're supposed to be.
I'm just saying.
Any effing way, bro. So, like, I was just like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, she was like, yeah, it's like an affinity church. And I was like, she was like, the bishop, you know, her and her wife. I was like, whoa, that's great. So, anyway, I got to my caseworker. And, of course, she was a rude, evil-ass West Indian woman. Mm. She was just like, so what did she ask me? She was like, you can work. Why are you here? She was like, you're able-bodied. I was like,
you big sissy.
I was like, miss, I wouldn't be here if I couldn't find a job, sis. Like, whatever. She was like, So she gave me food stamps or whatever.
Judgment.
So the whole time, like, I'm there the whole day, like 7 hours at this one stop at 500 DeKalb Street here in Brooklyn. Mm-hmm. So but the reason why I hated it the most, it was because at that moment, I realized something and I decided to take a look around me and all my surroundings. There was only 4 colored people in that office.
Scammers!
Do you know who was in that office that filled up the whole fucking office?
Able-bodied Caucasians.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Why you not asking them why they don't have no job?
Caucasians. And that's when I was like,
scammers!
And I noticed the interaction. These caseworkers, the black ones. And that goes to the people I hate, wayward niggas. But anyway, who think whiteness is like Jesus.
The pinnacle, yeah. I don't like them either.
But, like, I noticed, because the same rude West Indian bitch that I had was like, oh, hello, how are you? You know, like, to this Hasidic Jewish man.
Excuse? He don't even like you. Right. He don't even want to take the paper out of your hand or the pen to sign it.
So, I was like, this is hell on earth. Like, this is, again, another space where nothing but racism and classism and sexism is just rooted. The public assistance office. So
this man owns a building somewhere, and when you and your family need an apartment, he's not going to rent it to your black ass. Yeah. Keep that in mind while you over here being evil to me because I'm just trying to get some groceries.
Yeah.
No, I've been in a welfare office. Like, I mean, let's keep it funky. I've been on food stamps before.
Yeah, we
You
were
know
on
what
food
I'm
stamps at the same time.
I mean, it's lit.
Yeah.
Like, it happens. You know what I'm saying? It happens, and like my family has done it when I was a when I was a child.
Yeah.
Like, it's nothing to be ashamed of if your
Absolutely
family, like,
not.
you know, you got to remember those days, and that's goes back to them same niggas that I can't stand in the first category. But anyway, say all that to say, you don't know what people are going through, where they've been, what they got going on. Like, what makes you think that you got to be nasty to somebody? Like, everybody's
Right.
not out here being trifling. And the same man that you're over here skinning and grinning with, he does not like you.
Right.
He don't like you at all. He
Right.
doesn't want to touch a paper that is touching the opposite side of your hand. He does not want to touch that.
Right. So.
The next spot that I hate is a place that I have had multiple legal issues in. Me and my husband had to go back and forth to court about 4 or 5 times because this nigga cop said in the end that he suspected we had drug activity going on.
Oh my God.
Right. When my husband was just trying to pick me up and we was going to drive to the city. This place is the armpit of America. It's the bane of my existence.
Is this the same place that I might have on my list?
Most likely. 1, 2, 3, go. New Jersey. Yeah, New Jersey. I hate New Jersey. I hate everything about it.
Yeah.
I hate your highways. I hate your cops. Officer Peppers, you can kiss my ass. I don't like your black ass. You don't like black people. You pulled my husband over because he was black and he was driving a black man's car, a Maxima. And
that is a very black car.
You see a black on black Maxima and a black man in Jersey, and you automatically pull him over because you claim. Then he didn't even pull him over for quote unquote drug activity. He pulled him over for speeding and driving recklessly, which I also know is a lie because the street that he was driving down, it was impossible to do so. And the only reason we ended up getting out of the ticket is because I knew another cop who was able to come and vouch for us. But I don't like you. I don't like your kind. You go on the first list too. But New Jersey, you are definitely on this list. Can't stand you. Don't want nothing to do with you.
Well, my spot is also a location. And I know that we have listeners from here, just like I know we have listeners from Dallas and Jersey.
We have
but
listeners from everywhere. It's fine. Somebody hates New York.
Yeah.
Somebody hates New York. I have friends who hate it. They'll tell me, I hate coming there to visit you.
I hate New York. Like,
it's fine.
But, no, I hate this part of New York the most.
Oh, I know where this is.
And, like, I was watching The Get Down.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing much has changed from
Were you-
1974 to 2016.
Were you robbed in this place?
I was.
Yeah.
I was also hit by a cab in this place. You also used to live in this place.
Mm-hmm.
I was also there today. The fucking Bronx.
That's real.
I
That's some real Brooklyn shit for you to say.
The Bronx so much.
I don't hate the Bronx. I just
No,
don't want to go there. That was so much passion and vibrato.
I hate the Bronx. I hate everything about it.
It's got cheaper rent.
I'm not even gonna bleep this out. You have said it, but I'm just gonna steal it. The Bronx is a concentration camp for black people. It is a gas chamber.
Oh my god.
For black and brown individuals. Everybody is on a wheelchair or a respirator. Everybody's on Section 8.
That's awful. That's awful.
Everybody has a Coco Helado cart.
Ooh, my super when I lived in the Bronx was the worst.
Although I love Coco Helado. But that's not the point. Like all the girls are named Yesenia. And all the boys' name are Flaco.
It's not. No, it's not.
They are so like I hate the Bronx. everybody has a fucking pit bull that they can't fucking take care of.
No, I will say,
there's dog shit
everywhere in the Bronx. Everywhere.
They have horrible weed.
Yeah, they do. When I used to walk home, I used to live off the 4 train.
Oh, the worst. Burnside.
Kingsbridge.
Oh, same thing.
And I used to walk home, and it was like playing hopscotch. I mean, I was dodging. Like,
yeah.
And then nobody...
Because it's either dog shit or rats or a nigga laying on the street because he's high.
Tired, and this is before Uber and stuff. So
everybody in the Bronx is on crack.
Stop! No, they're not. Stop.
Yes, they are.
So
crack and wheelchairs. That's what they're on.
I had to take gypsy cabs home. You had the minimum or whatever, $6 at the time. And I remember the thing about living in the Bronx. It was really, really funny. So my family is part Spanish or whatever, but obviously everybody knows that I'm very black. I identify as black. Say that every episode. You know what I'm saying? My profile at work says black. Like,
it does. It does. I noticed that today.
On our website for work, we have our pictures up, and there's 3 words that describe each person when you float over their picture, and one of mine is black. So, anyway, but no cab driver, nobody, period, could figure out what I was in the Bronx. They did not know. They see this giant, wild afro hair, and then they look at freckles, and they're like, are you Puerto Rican? Are you Dominican? I don't know what to do. And I would get in, and then I would really mess their head up, because I would get in the cab, and I would be like, 2765 de Kingsbridge Terrace. And they would just take me, and then sometimes they start to have conversations, and I can understand you for the most part, but I'm like, hold on, Papo, that's about as much as you're getting from me is my address. Like, that's it. So I don't hate the Bronx the way he does. I don't hate it, but I will say that y'all got to start cleaning up after your dogs. You need to start getting fined for that, because that's just disgusting.
And then remember how I said that the trains don't go through the hood?
They don't? Even now I gotta walk 13 blocks to the train.
Every day in the Bronx. Because construction's really supposed to happen at night on Fast Track.
Yeah.
Every day it's legit express or something not working.
Yeah.
Every day in the fucking Bronx.
Ooh, or you have to get on the train with everybody traveling to the Yankees game.
Yeah.
And you can't get on like 3 trains.
Yeah.
Because they are packed to capacity.
Yeah.
That's awful.
I was also robbed in the Bronx.
Yes, you were.
And the problem was they didn't even have the decencies to rob me at night. It was 3:00 in the afternoon.
That's crazy. Yeah. My husband's car was broken into in the Bronx.
Yeah. See?
Like, window smashed.
Like,
my cousin's car was broken into in the Bronx.
Was it at night or during the day?
It was at night. Oh. Stole his iPod.
Either way,
nigga shouldn't have left his iPod in the car, but still.
Come on.
Remember iPods?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. That doesn't exist.
I had the iPod with the green screen. The big fat joint.
Oh, yeah, me too.
Yeah.
And then I remember when the iPod video came out. I had that.
Yep, I had that too.
Yeah. But I never
had
a
hookup.
Touch. I wanted the touch really bad.
I had a hookup for all of my electronics for...
Of course you did.
Probably the last decade. I don't now. Like, now I actually go to the store because I believe in things like warranties and whatnot. Yeah. But that's a part of growing up.
Yeah.
But I had a hookup for a really long time on everything. I paid $200 for a flat screen TV.
Oh my gosh.
I paid $150 for my iPods. And I always had, like, the most gigs.
Yeah, that's the Bronx. There's also a bunch of other reasons why I hate the Bronx, but fuck the BX. And I know Jesus and Mira are from the Bronx.
No, there's great people from the Bronx.
Great people, except Peter Guns.
Ooh, no, they don't claim him. They won't claim him. No, they don't. It doesn't even matter if he had a song.
Who's quality from the Bronx? J-Lo. But she don't even rep the Bronx like that. So
she used to, yeah. She has a whole album called On the Six.
Yeah, but everybody has hometown pride before they get put on.
That's real. Next place on my list is a place where your children can get infected with needles.
The Bronx?
There's some of these in the Bronx.
Okay.
But they're horrible all across America. It doesn't matter where you live. I want to make sure that I was all inclusive in this one. And this place has horrible pizza and scary objects that frighten children. Chuck E. Cheese.
No.
I hate Chuck E. Cheese.
I love Chuck E. Cheese.
It is a ball of germs. It is a ball of feces.
It's low-key the Bronx for kids.
Children mucus. Let me tell you something. Everybody don't wipe their babies' noses, okay? Everybody don't wipe their babies' noses. They don't clean it out. You got little crusty children running around, spreading their little trash all over the place. Just like, don't touch. Hold on, Noah. And I'm out here looking like Jack Nicholson pulling wet ones out of my bag so I can wipe down a ride before she gets in it. Because they're just nasty. Some people just don't take care of their children. Got dried SpaghettiOs all over their shirt. Like,
in face.
Like, why you bring your child out the house like that? Yeah, red stuff all around your mouth. Like, just to use a wet one. Costs a few cents at Target in the travel section. Yeah. My mother should have stock in wet ones. Yeah. But anyway, I hate Chuck E. Cheese with the passion in me. With the pure, like, Jamila Lemieux on Twitter, sometimes our children play. And she asked me one day, she was like, you want to go to Chuck E. Cheese? And I was like, okay. Like, sure. And we went to Chuck E. Cheese. And then she asked me again this summer. She was like, you want to take the kids to the beach or to Chuck E. Cheese? I said, let's go to the beach because I hate Chuck E. Cheese. It's the bane of my existence. I don't want to take my kid there. I don't want to bring the germs home. We're not all trying to get sick like we were this week. Like, they already got to go to school. We don't got to take them to Chuck E. Cheese. Yeah. I hate Chuck E. Cheese. God, I hate Chuck E. Cheese.
Because children are agents of biological warfare.
I mean, because their stem cells are fresh. Yeah. They're organic and they're ripe. Yeah. And they carry all of the germs. And then they pass them along gladly.
Yeah. Low-key kids are like low-key South Korea.
Yeah.
Or North Korea.
Absolutely. Yeah. They are weapons of mass destruction when they're sick. And all kinds of little nasty things live in their bodies. Yeah. So Chuck E. Cheese is definitely on my list.
But Chuck E. Cheese pizza is lit, though.
No. It's gross. Wow. And now they have gluten-free options, you douches.
You sound like a hater.
Because I don't believe in eating gluten-free. Who's allergic to gluten? We've been eating bread for the last 150 years, and all of a sudden y'all want to be allergic to it.
You know what I thought of the other day? I was with Brandon yesterday, and so I was like, you know how, like, at church, like communion Sunday, and it's like you break the bread, and like, so what happens if you have like a gluten allergy?
Because they're not bringing in no special crackers for you.
Right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucked up. Like, you can't participate in communion because you have a gluten allergy.
Like, you eat these crackers.
This place is, I feel like this is like a zone or like a meeting place for like racism. Like, I feel like this is where like all KKK members eat and like commune and like they play bingo there. For whatever reason, we have one in New York City. And a lot of people, from what I understand, eat there, like black people. And I'm so concerned and alarmed at when people tell me that they eat there. Arby's.
Oh. Where's the meat?
Arby's is so fucking disgusting. Arby's is like...
Arby's reminds me of Ohio because I have family in Cleveland. And when I would go there sometimes to visit them as a kid, they would like want to walk to Arby's.
Stand for Arby's. Like when I lived in Buffalo, that was a dark time. They
that should be on this list.
You think it's not?
Okay.
That's the next one.
Foreshadowing.
Yeah, but like I remember I worked by an Arby's, and niggas would literally be like, "Yo, son." let's go to Arby's.
They was
And I'd be
mesmerized
like-
by the honey mustard sauce and the
and
curly
I'd
fries.
be like, excuse me? But yeah, niggas are like really into like Arby's.
Curly fries.
And not even then, like, they're not even that great.
No.
Because Jack in the Box has amazing curly fries. Oh my god. But yeah.
Jack in the Box got that buttered sourdough bread.
Yeah. We'll say that for the other show.
Okay.
But yeah, like, and their chicken fingers are so fucking dry. And
I didn't even know they had chicken fingers.
yeah, they're so dry and crusty and like old people like. And like like the roast beef, it was just so fucking gross and ugly.
First of all, fast food shouldn't sell roast beef.
Yeah,
That's weird.
Everything is like woody decor.
Looks like rotten labias.
Like you. All right.
That's it does.
It does.
It looks like gross.
Next. I don't want to talk about vagina. Like, I was trying to avoid that. But I know it does. Like, all the roast beef sandwiches look like prolapsed vaginas.
Roast beef curtains.
All right.
So, the next place on my list is, it's another New York-based place. It is Midtown. It is the bane of my existence. It is really actually any part of the city that has high tourist traction. It gives me anxiety. I can't breathe.
Oh my god, this is on my list too.
Tourists don't know how to walk. They stress me out. They stress me out. In Midtown is where they all like cluster, whether it be Times Square or Madison Square Garden near Penn Station. It doesn't matter. They're there and they're aggravating. They look at their phones and their watches and their maps in the middle of the sidewalk. They stop and congregate amongst the streets as if they are the only family that exists in all of New York City. Like, they are. Midtown is off. God, I hate it so much.
I know. You totally took something off my list. But yeah, that's great. I equally hate it. And you know what sucks? I'm there every day.
Every day you're there. I don't understand how
Every day I want to kill myself.
Yeah.
Because there's two things, right? There's the insufferable tourists.
Oh god.
The even more insufferable New Yorkers who hate the fact that they have to work in Times Square.
But
coupled with the commuters from New Jersey.
Oh god.
So it's like a hodgepodge mix up of fuck shit that's awful.
Yeah.
And you know, you're always, and like working there the other day when we had the bomb scare.
See, that's stressful.
Last Monday, right?
That's stressful.
Thankfully, I went to the Bronx first that day.
Oh, see?
See? Good.
Bronx saved your life.
No, it didn't, because it took forever. It took 5 trains to get to the fucking Bronx. When it should only take 2.
Ooh, 5.
Yeah. Again, the hood.
Again, MTA.
Thomas F. Pendergast. Fat fucker. Anyway, but like Times Square is so fucking awful. Like, and I honestly had to think. Like, my cousin came to visit me 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, she was like, you know, I want to go, like, she wanted to go sightseeing and stuff. And she's like, you know, I just want to go to Times Square. And I was like,
why?
What do you do in Times Square?
Like, food's not good.
The food's not good.
Midtown don't have no good food. When I worked in Midtown, it was salads and sandwiches, and they all cost $16.
Except shout out to Chirpin' Chicken on 42nd and 9th Avenue. I told them I was going to give them a shout out on my show because they are the most lit chicken spot ever in Midtown.
Okay.
And they hook me up. They hook your girl up with free chicken sometimes.
Pio Pio's good too.
Yeah.
And
oh no, they closed it down.
No, there's a few of them.
The one in Midtown.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, well, there that goes.
But Chirpin' Chicken, you would like Chirpin' Chicken. It's really good.
It sounds delicious, only because it's called Chirp and Chicken.
Yeah.
Like it's called chirping chicken. Like it.
No, it's
would be
chirping
good.
like chirping, but like chirping.
Chirping chicken.
Yeah. It's so good. It's like rotisserie.
Mm.
Yeah, it's really good. And then they have a really good ribeye.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It's really good, actually.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, but should we hate?
Yes.
Yeah. But yeah, it's really, really awful.
Yeah,
Like,
Midtown.
Okay. And I already said I was going to talk about this, but there was a dark time in my life. From January 27th, 2008 to October 31st, 2009. I lived in a mythical place.
Delaware?
No. Another place. It's called Buffalo, New York. In Erie County.
Oh my god. Okay, well there you go.
Western New York. Yeah.
All of that sounds bad.
Yeah, it does. Buffalo is like the second or third poorest city in the country. I want to say, because I feel like it's Flint, Michigan is the first, and then Detroit, and then Buffalo. But yeah, it's the third poorest city in America.
Mm.
And it has a lot to do with, because it used to be a factory city, and everything shut down.
Is it really the home of buffalo wings?
Yeah, it is.
And are they really delicious there?
Yes, they don't taste anything like what is here.
What do they taste like?
They're a little spicier, and a lot more, and not like hot, more like
rubbed.
No, it's a sauce. It's kind of hard to explain. And it's a little bit tangier, I want to say. Yeah, but it's a sauce. It's not a rub.
Interesting.
They're really good. They're the spot was right by my the home of the Buffalo Wing was right by my job, at Roswell Park Cancer Institute. But anyway, Buffalo was the worst place ever. Let me tell you why. It snowed almost every day that I lived there.
Oh my god.
It snowed on my birthday. My birthday is April 28th. It snowed 2 weeks after my birthday.
Oh my god.
Like smooth into May. And I'm not talking about like flurries and shit. Like 3 feet of snow. Like it was the worst.
How far is it from Niagara Falls, New York?
About like 40 minutes maybe. But but Canada was right there, which is also an awful place. But we'll talk about that at some point.
But also a wonderful place. But
yeah.
Because free healthcare.
Yeah, but they have horrible food.
Yeah. You don't like poutine?
Yeah, their Popeyes was really bad.
So no. My family went to Niagara Falls, New York one time just to, obviously go to Niagara Falls. We stayed there literally for a night. It was, I don't know. It was just it felt very haunted.
Yeah.
Yeah, very eerie.
Yeah, they do have nice outlets though. But also Western New York, why it's also hateful. There was a fateful day, the internet might remember it, where Popeyes was giving out free chicken.
Yes.
And there was the day in Rochester, New York, where that particular Popeyes ran out of chicken. I was there that day.
Oh, it was a ruckus, I'm
yeah.
sure.
Oh, it was. There was a fight. The stuff that they didn't show you on camera, there was fights in the parking lot.
But why?
Because at the time, they had closed all the Popeyes in Buffalo. And so the closest Popeyes was either in Canada or Rochester. And, niggas didn't have passports or real IDs and shit to go to fucking Canada.
If you use your passport to get chicken, that's the realest thing.
I did.
Yeah, see?
Okay. Hey, that's what I did when I lived in Connecticut. We used to drive down from Bridgeport and come all the way to New York to go to Popeyes.
That's not using your passport.
Well, we went to the Bronx.
But you traveled. You traveled for chicken.
We went to the Bronx, so I did have to use my passport.
That's true.
So, but yeah. Anyway.
Mm.
Buffalo, awful.
I too had a dark time in my life by living in a certain place. Oklahoma City.
Oh.
I lived there for 4 months, maybe 4.5. Worst 4.5 months of my life.
Yikes.
Now, if we're going to go with this whole silver lining concept.
Hateful, hate.
All right, so, okay, great. I hated Oklahoma. I would literally just get drunk every day after work. I would go to the liquor store and buy a bottle of Menage a Trois wine and go and drink it on my couch while I watched TV until it was time to go to bed and get up and go to work in the morning. Like, I hated my life in Oklahoma. And like I said, it literally was only 4.5 months, but it was so, it impacted me in such a way that I don't even have a desire to go back and visit.
Wow. Yeah, that sounds... I mean, I've been to Oklahoma City. I got peoples in Oklahoma.
I got friends in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I hated it there.
Yeah.
Good God, it was awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
Yeah.
So that's the last place on my list.
My last place on my list is a place that all of us inhabit. It's where this show lives.
Planet Earth?
The internet.
Oh.
I hate the internet. It is the worst place ever. Yeah, okay, yeah, it's afforded us this platform, whatever. But, like, listen, there's a lot of bullshit on the internet.
Al Gore's internet is an awful place.
Al Gore's internet is an awful fucking place.
It has caused havoc.
Yes.
And disruption.
Yes. Yes.
Yes. It is also a wonderful place.
No, it is. It is a wonderful place.
I love Amazon.
Yeah, it's great. Oh my gosh.
Do you, like, I just get boxes every day at work and everybody's like, really? Today I got about 32 bottles of hand sanitizer.
Yeah, that's so awesome.
Mm.
That explains why there's Purell around your apartment.
I put the hanging, sticking ones like the hospital all around my office and everybody's like, why does it look like a hospital in here?
Because it's that season.
Mm.
But yeah, no, the internet is awful. It's where these Twitter niggas roam. It's
free.
Yeah, it's where BuzzFeed steals all my tweets.
BuzzFeed, come on. What's good? What's good? What's really good? What's up, BuzzFeed?
It's not just BuzzFeed. It's a whole bunch of other sites that steal my shit.
Them too. All of y'all niggas. Why?
Yeah,
Why? You can't
steal
come up
all
with
my
your own content?
And don't pay us for shit. But anyway.
Stop.
Yeah. Now it's time for a break.
So in the vein of hating things, I'm going to do a cocktail that I absolutely abhor. Some of you may enjoy it, which is why I'm just going to go ahead and do it, but most of you won't because black people's palates don't really go for this too much. It's called a Negroni. It involves, ironically so, Negroni. It involves gin, which I do enjoy, Campari, which I absolutely hate and loathe, and sweet vermouth. You take a third of your gin, we'll go with a brand that I cannot stand, Tanqueray, makes me sick. A third of sweet vermouth and a third of your Campari. Shake it and add a couple of Angostura bitters. Garnish with an orange and serve. Somebody will enjoy this drink, but I do not. Listen to Jaden XD every week for more cocktails, drink tips, and spirits.
What's some food that you hate, sis?
So, you know, when you initially came to me with this, I was like, you know, I find this category to be quite problematic.
Oh.
I love food. Like, I absolutely love food. But then I started thinking about it, and I was like, no, there are foods out there that I can't stand.
Yeah.
The first one being sauerkraut.
Huh.
I don't like sauerkraut. I don't care for it.
Yeah.
Mm-mm. I don't want no cabbage or horseradish.
Yeah, I don't really fuck with sauerkraut like that.
Nah, I don't like sauerkraut. I don't want nothing about it. I don't want it on my hot dog. I don't want it on my sausage. Like, I do not like sauerkraut. I don't care for it at all.
You like this a lot. And I always look at people like, I don't like it because of homosexuality. Sour cream.
I love sour cream.
Yeah, but I don't like it because gay.
Oh. Ew. Really? No. That ain't right. Because I could have possibly been eating tacos tonight. So that's not right for you to be painting that picture in my head.
Yeah.
I love sour cream. I don't know what your beef is.
Because no cream should be sour, bro.
It's delicious.
Okay.
It's a nice accent to a taco. Great finish to a burrito.
Or
Goes in
no.
a 7-layer dip. Love 7-layer dip.
That is very, very Caucasian of you.
I love. My mother used to make a mean 7-layer dip.
Because white people love a 7-layer dip.
Mm-mm. I don't get the grocery store kind. I'm not getting the supermarket kind.
I know.
Mm-mm. I'm not getting the pre-made sour cream. And my mother, I used to listen. So random story. So my parents used to let me have house parties because my dad DJ'd, and
that's so lit.
I know. No, it was pretty cool. I started having house parties when I was like 12 or 13. So this was one of my first house parties, right? And this was like some real, like, if you go and watch a cult classic, like boys and girls on one side, the other side, then you all eventually come together, you dance, you know what I'm saying? Then it turns into a black house party because y'all are really dancing and whatnot. I got memories of us dancing. I remember when the response to No Scrubs came out, No Pigeons, and my dad played it, and it was like boys against girls, and we were singing No Scrubs and No Pigeons.
That's
But
so lit.
I remember I was like 13 years old, and I was like, okay, we having a house party. It was me and my cousin. It was like, we having a house party. We gotta have, we gotta have soda, and we gotta have, juice and chips and stuff. And my dad already had the music set up. We cleared all of the furniture out of the living room, and then I was like, Ma, can you make a 7-layer dip?
Yeah.
And we had a 7-layer dip and a thing of chips. Nigga, it was... That was a house party.
Yeah.
Like, that was a house party. I used to have house parties.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I learned something new every day.
I used to have house parties. It was lit.
Oh my gosh.
The next one I have a beef with because, first of all, I love a kettle chip. I think that every chip should be kettled. Like, I fried to perfection, hard and seasoned. Whether it be just plain salt and pepper or honey Dijon, jalapeno, sriracha. Like, there's so many flavors. Kettle chips are just crunchy and wonderful. What I hate are Pringles.
Huh.
They are weird. They have a weird consistency on my tongue. It's like a mix between a potato chip and a mashed potato bite. Like, I don't know. Something about it is just, it's like a stale chip. Like, I don't like Pringles. They have weird flavors to them. Like, even though it's a regular, like, barbecue, it tastes funny. I don't know. I hate Pringles. I cannot stand them. I have always hated Pringles. Don't give me them fake chips. Don't like it.
I don't fuck with raisins. And the reason why is because raisins look like rat poop.
What? First of all, that would be the biggest rat poop ever.
Listen, it's New York, girl.
That's real.
It just looks like rat shit in my cookies. Like, I don't want that shit. Or like roaches.
You know what? Okay, so here's my thing with raisins. I don't want raisins. Like, I'm okay with an oatmeal raisin cookie. That's fine. And if it's a really delicious, buttery, brown, sugary, vanilla oatmeal raisin cookie, I can appreciate it. But, like a regular, schmegular ass oatmeal raisin cookie, I don't want that.
Why can't people just have oatmeal cookies? Like,
but
you know
I
what mean?
love, my mom used to make, she used to make a peanut butter and oatmeal cookie. I love me a raisin bagel. A cinnamon raisin bagel is delicious.
Yeah, I just can't fuck with raisins. They just make me. Oh no, they just look like rat signs, and I just really can't get jiggy.
And I like a couple sprinkles of golden raisins in my carrot cake.
Now,
With
golden
some
raisins
nuts.
are okay, I guess, but it's still. I know they're just dried grapes, but it's just like nah. Like, remember, like, and when you were a kid, they gave you that little shit with the red box.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the little Latina lady on the cover. No, fuck that
Sunmaid
shit.
or something?
Yeah, I used to throw them shits out. And I remember I got my apple turned over in kindergarten because I threw it away. And Mrs. Owens was like, "Why don't you want them?" I could have gave them to somebody else. I was like, "Why would I poison somebody with the raisins?"
You know, I can't eat a box of raisins.
Yeah, that's one of the.
But
few
I don't
times got
mind
my
them
apple
in
turned
certain
over.
of my food. But I really want y'all to stop putting raisins and mayonnaise mixed with carrots together. That ain't right.
You know, they said that at Chick-fil-A.
That is not
that carrot
right.
salad shit.
Well, you know, everybody goes wrong.
Yeah.
And Chick-fil-A is run by Mormons. So, anyway, it's fine. I don't care.
Okay.
So, they believe in like 7 plates. I don't know. It's weird.
Okay.
Stop mixing carrots and mayonnaise and raisins together. It doesn't sit well with you. It doesn't belong together. Like, stop doing it. You're desecrating the carrots. Okay, raisins are fine in accents, but not with carrots and mayonnaise. I don't even know who came up with that.
You know who came up with that.
I know. Stop. It's not your thing. Stop cooking. Rachel Ray. Yeah. Imposters. Gentrifiers. You don't belong here. Turkey bacon. I do not like turkey bacon.
And sadly, I have a whole bunch of that shit in my freezer.
And don't come to me talking about, well, what about the peppery, thick cut turkey bacon? I don't want it. Bacon is supposed to be from a pig. And bacon's not supposed to be from a tofu plant or from nothing. They're not supposed to be from nothing but a big old fat. What's the thing from what's his name? What's his name from Charlotte's Web?
Oh, Babe. No, that's not Babe. Zuckerman's favorite pig.
Starts with a W?
Wilbur.
Wilbur. Okay? Bacon comes from Wilbur and Wilbur only. It don't come from gobble gobble. It don't come from I don't even know what kind of sound tofu cows make. Like, I don't know.
Tofu is a plant. They don't make sound, sis.
Well, to them they do, because remember they talk about how plants talk and they're living beings and things. So I don't know what your tofu chickens, I don't know what they sound like, but I know that turkey bacon does not come from Thanksgiving. It does not. We are supposed to eat turkey, Cajun, and deep fried. That is how we're supposed to eat it. We are not supposed to eat it as bacon. And I don't believe in turkey bacon. It's an abomination. You can't save fat from turkey bacon. You don't have a jar. Nobody's ever had a jar of turkey bacon fat on their stove. Nobody's ever seasoned their cabbage with turkey bacon fat. Nobody's ever put turkey bacon fat in their collard greens. Like, nobody's ever made turkey bacon fat vinaigrette. Scammer.
Okay. I don't disagree with you.
Somebody's feelings are hurt, but turkey bacon is awful.
So I think I'm gonna piss a lot of people off when I say about this. So, like, I don't even know how to say this. I'm just gonna say it like I don't even have an intro. I hate New York pizza. I know. It's so weird. I hate New York style pizza.
What about the pizza that we ate on Saturday?
It was cool. I ate it because I ate it. But, like, I really hate it. Like, it's like, nah.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. It's too thin. Excuse me. And not to say I need a thick crust, because I don't. But that was too thin. New York pizza's way too saucy. Like,
well, not everybody
like,
makes saucy pizza.
Yeah, I just don't like it. Like, my favorite pizza ever in this entire life, if you live in the Bay Area, you know Round Table Pizza. It is so good. It's like artisanal pizza. Oh, God, it's totes amaze. Totes amaze. You know who also makes really good pizza? Whole Foods. Have you been to the new Whole Foods in Williamsburg?
Hell no.
We'll talk about this later. But anyway, like, I went in there yesterday and I was like, bitch. Anyway. But yeah, I don't fuck with New York pizza. And like...
That's weird.
It's weird. Like, I even prefer chain pizza more than I prefer them. Except for Papa John's. Because Papa John's makes Kool-Aid sauce.
Ew, Papa John's is so nasty.
Yeah, it is.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, their sauce is made out of Kool-Aid. Flavor-Aid.
Ew. It's made out of Tang.
Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got.
I hate lima beans.
What?
I do not like lima beans. Like, I turn right into a child with lima beans. I'll pick them out of my food.
Oh my God,
I don't cook with them. Like, I hate lima. I hate the consistency of it. I hate lima beans.
Wow.
Like, I do not like lima beans at all. Like, I've always hated them. I will continue to hate them. Like, I hate lima beans. I'm going to end up on an episode of Chopped and they're going to give me some lima beans. I can just feel it in my shundo.
We're free now. You know.
Not according to Dr. Umar.
Well, okay. Okay. But for all intents and purposes, we're free now. And I don't understand why people choose to eat chitlins and hog maws and scrapple and everything else that's just not regular ass meat. But like,
you are not supposed to eat anything that smells like that.
Like, I eat ass and that don't even smell like that. Like,
that's disgusting.
It's true. Like,
I was not expecting that.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, like, that's so fucking gross. Like, why does it smell like that? And my grandmother, listen, when my grandmother used to cook it, I used to be so pissed. Like, I'd request to go stay at my cousin's house. I'd be like, I'm leaving.
Ew.
I'm leaving.
I remember when I went to Atlanta to go visit one of my cousins in the summertime. There was a big, like, bucket.
Because it comes in a fucking bucket.
In the bathtub. I guess it was thawing in the bathtub. But it was in the bucket. But it was like sitting in the bathtub.
In a red bucket?
A red or a white bucket, yeah.
Yep.
And I went to go pee and I was like, ah!
Wow.
And then we left. And I came back. And I was like, ah, what is that smell? And it was boiling chitlins and pepper. That is.
They'd be like, you gotta boil the stench out. No, the fuck what?
I don't need to be boiling no funk out of my food like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't like when my kale gets too ripe. I don't like when it starts stinking. You know what I'm saying? I don't. And then it's pig intestines. Like.
Yeah, it looks like sheets of like pig.
Oh, it's gross.
It's so fucking disgusting.
It's gross, and you. So
gross. They'd be like, get the hot sauce. Oh, you fucking disgusting.
No. You don't need to be doing all of that to your food. Like, you don't need to be thawing it in the bathtub and boiling it with pepper and making sure the funk is out of it.
I don't do cow foot, pig feet,
no,
chicken
I don't
feet.
do no kind of feet.
I don't do none tongue. I don't do any of that.
My sister's husband is from the 9th Ward in New Orleans, and he eats pickled pig feet as a snack out of a jar.
That's wow.
I took a picture of it one time and put it on Instagram when I went to New Orleans. There was an entire section of shelves with pickled pig feet. Just tons of jars of pickled pig feet for niggas to just pick up and eat like potato chips.
That's disgusting. I'm disgusted.
He drove up in his truck with a jar of pickled pig feet and just took it out and was eating it. Oh, and pickled pig lips.
Huh?
Yes, pig lips. So just like your New York pizza is like absolutely ridiculous because I don't agree with that.
Well, fine. IGC.
The next one on my list is completely an acquired taste. Like, it is definitely me. It's not you. I don't like scallops. You would think that.
Really?
Yeah, you would think that as a
What?
as a self-proclaimed chef and, you know, brand owner.
Like
plug.
bacon
Plug.
Bacon wrapped scallops, nigga?
Like,
They're sweet and, like...
I've had a bacon wrapped scallop that was charred enough to the point where it was fine for me to eat, but something about scallops does not agree. I do not like it. Like, I think because they have the consistency of balls. I'm just like you open the package and you're like, all these balls. Like, and that's literally all I can see when I, like, with scallops. All I see is balls.
Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? And those are fine when they're attached to other things, you know what I'm saying? Activities, but I don't care for scallops because they just remind me of balls, like, literally.
I hate ricotta cheese.
Oh my God, that was on my original list and then I took it off.
Like, I fucking hate ricotta cheese. Like,
yeah,
I
don't like it.
I don't like it. Goes in the family of cottage cheese to me. Like, it's the consistency thing, it's texture.
Yeah.
And I hate, like, it's hard to find. That's why part of the reason why I don't like lasagna.
Same.
Because it's
Same.
it is hard. I know that Angela Davis, the Kitchenista on Twitter, she makes the ricotta-less lasagna. So I'm gonna try it. But like I just really just don't bang with ricotta cheese.
I don't
at all.
Like my mother. So my mother is also a caterer, and she is one of the most amazing cooks that I've ever had. And like, and that's not biased because she's my mother. Like, my mother can cook because I love my grandmother dearly, but her food tastes like slavery. Like, my grandmother's food's awful. Oh my God. My grandmother's food is so bad. Her spaghetti, like, everything is bad. Her oatmeal. Like, her cornbread, her collard green. Like, the only thing my grandmother can make that I enjoy is tea cakes.
Yikes.
She made these delicious tea cakes. I don't know where those tea cakes come from. They must come from heaven because the rest of that food does not. It comes from below.
Oh my God.
My grandmother's food is so bad.
Oh my God.
But my mother can cook. And she can make an amazing lasagna. She puts Italian sausage in it, and like, she mixes all different types of meats and cheeses. But when I was a kid, I would be like, let me get a peanut butter and jelly sandwich on the night she would make lasagna because I did not like ricotta cheese.
I do not bangs with no ricotta cheese.
And I have Italian family, and that's part of my lineage, and I just don't like it. I hate the way you say it. Yeah. I don't like how it tastes. I don't like how it feels in my mouth. I don't like ricotta cheese.
Yeah.
And as a bonus, I don't like scrambled eggs.
That's a black thing.
I do
Blacks
not like.
don't fuck with eggs.
I can take eggs in different forms. I hate scrambled eggs.
I don't eat eggs.
I don't know. Is it really?
All I know is blacks who just don't fuck with eggs.
But I do enjoy a fried egg, and I do enjoy a slightly runny yolk.
But you don't like scrambled eggs.
Yeah. I don't like scrambled eggs because I'm not going to do that to y'all.
Okay.
It came from when I was a child and I saw baby chickens in an incubator.
Okay, yeah, don't say that. Although I do think mussels look like clitori.
Oh. I enjoy mussels.
Well, you eating clits, bitch.
You are ruining mussels in a very buttery wine sauce for me.
It's fine. I'm still going to eat them.
Oh, okay.
This is the only time I'll be a heterosexual.
That's real. So we are music lovers here. It is known. Yeah. We've had episodes dedicated to music. We will have more episodes dedicated to music in the future. But there are certain songs out there that we just cannot stand.
Man. So...
This girl is on fire. This girl is on fire.
Girl on Fire was one of the worst songs ever in the history of everything.
Oh my.
Like, it was literally like my ears
Awful.
bleed every time.
Every single time.
Like I really wanted to literally just die every time.
Yes.
Yeah.
Writhing pain.
Yeah.
Every time she hits that note.
Yeah. Or attempts, whatever she did. Like, it was just a lot.
When that like, ooh,
Yeah.
right when that fire is about to start, that's when you know you are about to suffer.
Yeah.
It's like a dog with a whistle.
Yeah. God, it's the worst shit ever.
That was a good one.
It's even hard to even talk about. Like, I just, oh God.
No, it's painful.
And you know what kills me about, like, all of these songs we're about to discuss? No one in their camp was like, nah.
This is a bad idea.
This is a bad idea. We shouldn't do this.
I don't know about this one. I don't think it's a good look. Yeah, Girl on Fire. Oh man, that's an awful song. The only thing that makes that song palatable is the fact that I picture the angry cat every time I picture that song now, because there was a meme that was like, you know, she's singing it, this girl is on fire, and then the cat came in. The cat was like, good, let her burn.
You are my lady. You're everything I need and more.
Freddie Jackson's You Are My Lady. I hate that song so much. You are my lady.
You are.
I hate
everything I need. And whoa, whoa, whoa.
Like, Freddie Jackson wore 15 pounds of Fashion Fair foundation. And his face, ugh, God, I hate him so much. But You Are My Lady, I hate that song. Like, I can't stand it.
My lady.
No. Mm-mm. No. No. It's like a silk shirt on a man. I hate it. Hate that song. That's exactly what it reminds me of. A silk shirt on a man is the personification of You Are My Lady. It's Tommy from Martin. Hate everything about it.
I ain't never seen nothing that'll make me go this crazy. I'm like spinning my dough. Had $1 million vibe in the body to go. Them birthday cakes, they stole the
Any and every Flo Rida song. So, like, hear me out. Flo Rida really is what's wrong with a lot of, like, America's social ills. And we let him get away with this shit. Like, it's really awful. Like, really awful. Like, I'm buying them jeans. And, like, I know T-Pain had to get a check and stuff. Like, you know, can't knock the hustle. But that was really a low point.
You know, niggas tried to come at me the other day to tell me, because, you know, the coworker said that T-Pain is a legend.
Yeah.
And he invented that sound.
No.
She said, who else was doing that before him?
Roger
Teddy Riley.
and Zapp, nigga.
Roger and Zapp. Have you ever heard Computer Love?
Right.
T-Pain had a very good run, yes.
Yeah.
He made some really great music.
Yeah.
And he actually could sing. He was talented.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a legend.
Okay.
It's not a legend.
Okay. We'll differ there.
You think he's a legend?
Yeah.
That's strong.
Okay. I stand in it.
Okay. Sorry, guys. I don't agree.
Okay, that's fine. But, yeah, Flo Rida, yeah, all of his songs, every one of them.
Okay, that's fair. That's totally fair.
Yeah.
The next song, I kind of hate it because it's a classic, but I get like a really weird memory as a child of this song because there was this couple and like they fell in love in a strange way and they're two little strange people. And I remember one time they were singing this song to each other and they had it on like their wedding website. It's Atlantic Starr's Secret Lover.
Secret lovers, yeah, that's what we are. We shouldn't be together, but we can't let go.
That's awful. That is awful.
Right.
Oh my gosh.
And I remember they like pulled up their website right when like this is like, and I remember me and my sister were right there and they were like, turn it off, turn it off, turn it off. I was
That
like,
is awful. Why is that their song?
Why is that your song?
That's a fucked up song.
Why is Secret Lovers your song?
Because they were both fucking creeping. And that's how they ended up together.
I don't even think they were
But how you
creeping.
found them
I
is
don't
how
think
you
either. I don't think either one of them was with anybody before. But it was like
Secret lovers.
Yeah.
That's who we are.
Trying hard to hide what we feel. Cause we both belong to someone else.
Yep.
Cause I can't let go. Cause what we feel is oh so real.
So real. So real. So real.
Ugh, God, I hate that song.
Oh,
They
my
ruined
gosh.
it.
Yeah, that's a horrible song.
They
to have
ruined
at your
it.
wedding.
Baby, you're a firework. Come on, show 'em what you work.
Katy Perry's Firework.
Oh, God.
Like,
Yeah. You got some real doozies on there.
Yeah. It speaks for itself, honestly.
Yeah, no. That song's awful. She also hits that same note that Alicia Keys hits.
Yeah.
Like that ping off the pot. Ooh. My next song, you know, I don't hate this man, even though I hate two of his songs, actually. I'm going to combine them into one.
Okay.
But James Ingram's Just Once and I Don't Have the Heart to Hurt You, I hate those songs.
They're not my faves. And I enjoy James Ingram. You have to be really black to enjoy James Ingram.
Do you?
Yeah. That's like Peebo Bryson. Like, you have to really
I hate
be...
Peebo Bryson. I hate Peebo
Like,
Bryson.
you have to be really, really black.
No, but I feel like
in order to enjoy
I feel
these
like there were
people.
others in that era that you can be black and certainly enjoy. You had your Luthers and your, you know what I'm saying? But
Luther belonged to everybody, but James Ingram...
No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Okay. Meaning, like, white people wasn't really fucking with no James Ingram. Well, they kind of fuck with Peebo because of Disney, but still.
Mm.
And his name was Peebo.
Mm.
But James Ingram, like, that is a black artist.
Oh, I don't like, that's like, you know who's a black artist? The Whispers.
The Delphonics.
I love the Delphonics.
Of course you do. Hate. What's up, we hate?
The Stylistics.
Hate.
Sorry.
Now for the freaks in here, it's the remix. Putting it down with the Yin Yang Twins. But last night I fell in love with the OG. He crept up on me, and that's what he told me. He said,
It's the Whisper remix. So, like, Whisper by Yin Yang Twins was everything.
Mhm.
It still is, because it was like, oh shit, these niggas are whispering in a song.
Hey, little shorty, let me whisper in your ear.
Yeah.
Tell you something I like to hear.
You know what song is even nastier than that? Pull My Hair.
Yeah, it is.
She put her mouth on the dick, she swallowed it. Anyway, but Free, who told Free she could rap? And I hate when people on songs, they announce that this is the remix or that they wrote this song.
This is
No, she was
the
like,
remix.
so here was the remix and such and such. And I was just
That was like a very 2000s thing to do, though.
But I hate it. Or like, that's why I hate Girl on Fire. Like, she's just a girl and then she's like talking about herself. Or like Take Me As I Am by Mary J. Blige. It's all written in third person. Or like, or Everything Is Everything by Lauryn Hill. Like, she's like, I wrote these words for everyone. Like, stop talking about, we know you wrote the song, bitch. That's why it's a song. Oh my God. God damn it.
You're so petty.
God.
You're so petty.
But Free ruined
So
it.
you hate songs that are sung in the third person.
Yeah, like
Got
Free
it.
is so fucking done. And like, she can't rap.
No, I'm not a Free fan.
She ruined the song.
She wasn't friendly when we went to 106 in Park.
She ruined the song.
She wasn't nice.
Bump it up. Bump it up.
No, I don't have anything to say.
I hate that song. Pump it up.
Just please.
I hate that song. I hate that song so much.
Yeah.
I got nothing else. I just don't like it.
Yeah.
If he ever heard it, he'd probably be sensitive about it and say some shit about me. But Pump It Up is an awful song. Like, it doesn't get me hype. Like, I don't know. I feel like it's like an anthem for New Jersey.
You know how I hate the Bronx?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is an extension of that.
Okay.
I hate all Spanish music. I hate bachata and ronconco, ronconco. And I hate reggaeton. Like, I hate all of it. I hate it all. Bodega music. I fucking hate it all. Ronconco, 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 ronconco. I fucking hate it all. It pisses me off to no fucking end. I hate it all.
Oh my God, that is so funny.
I hate it. God, it gets underneath my skin.
Oh, that's hilarious.
It gets underneath
Not
my...
the ronconcon. That took me out.
Yeah.
That ronconcon. It doesn't bother me. I don't know if it's the, Latina in me.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me. It actually puts me in a happy place. Like, I want to buy groceries and go home and make a big paisa para arroz y gandules.
No, I don't like it at all. I don't like it. I don't like it.
I want to marinate a pernil for 2 days.
The only thing I like Brazilian jazz or Latin jazz, but that's it.
Like Trio de Paz.
Yeah, I don't you are not catch me at no Aventura concert. It even pissed me off to when remember the Optimum commercials when they had the reggaeton S commercial 977-893-4448. What the fuck? Stop. It pisses me off. I hate
I'm gonna show you a side of me that I've never showed you before.
Oh my god. Are you gonna sing something in Spanish? Oh my god. I'm gonna cry. Cause I hate this shit. Oh my god. Tears are forming up because I know I'm crying because you're gonna say some shit that I hate.
Oh my god.
And I can't because I'm getting emotional. I'm about to do something that I hate.
Mirando en las hojas en mis ojos, mi porqué. Eso eres tu palabras en mi casa, en tu piel que teme amor. En mi razón, mira esta se mi religión. Evita arrepentimiento. En mi arrepiento. Que viva los momentos en tu boca y en tu cuerpo, mujer. Valió la pena.
Now, don't get me wrong. I didn't say I just liked all Spanish music.
Dime por qué llores.
I fucks with Shakira in Spanish because her English singing voice sounds like a horse. Yeah. And I like Alejandro Sanz and stuff, but reggaeton, bachata.
I don't like reggaeton. I don't mind bachata.
Kong, kong, kong. Like,
I do not want to hear it though for 8 hours on a Saturday afternoon. Like I really don't. I don't need to hear it from 9:30 a.m. until
they play it on
like
loop.
Yeah,
Like, on
that I
fucking
definitely
loop,
don't,
bro.
Like,
and
when I
I'd be
go-
so fucking like blown. I'm like, this is the same song that was on when I came in here to get my bacon, egg, and cheese.
I love it. I love it. It feels like home.
So, we're state and/or partners.
And/or male interactions.
Yeah.
All right. So, the first one I'll keep brief because I feel like I've told the story before. But it involves a gentleman who I met when I was drunk. So, you know what I'm saying? He was Halle Berry in my Hennessy. And when I went out with him sober, I was like, this is awful already. And then he took me to Chipotle and called it Chipoodles. And then he showed up at my job one day and brought me home-cooked food, which, you know, somebody might, no. Skirt. You live in the projects with your mama. I don't know what you got going on in your kitchen. And don't show up to my job unannounced with no Tupperware full of food. Don't do that. We're not serious. I don't know you like that, bro. I wouldn't sit on your toilet seat.
Damn, bro.
Yeah. So.
And then my voice smells. I know I miss you, baby. Am I doing too much? You ever heard that song by Paula Deanda?
Mm-mm.
It's called "Doing Too Much." Yeah. My situation was when I found out my relationship was over because of the read. So, like, this guy I was dating sent a letter to the read and was like, hey, you know, I am dating this one guy and I want to talk to his friend who's another popular, like, blogger or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Ryan was like, girl, did you listen to the read this week? I was like, no, not yet. And I was like, so he was like, you should. So I listened to it and I was like, this does kind of happen to sound like me. And so I tweeted about it and Crystal was like, yep. So the next day was Dustin's brunch, one of his birthday brunches that we always have. And I went and I was like, so they're like, yeah, it was that N-word. And they told me what else happened in the story, so of who he was trying to kick it to. So yeah.
So the next one involves the very first time I ever got stood up, which is an awful feeling. Like it's an awful feeling to get stood up. And I was like, am I being stood up right now? So me and this, I wanted to go to the Stevie Wonder Wonderful Party with DJ Spinner. So they have it once a year. I was really excited about it. You know, traveled to go get the tickets, like hype. So I was gonna go with this dude, and so I ended up running into the dude in the streets. And it was like, oh yeah, I'm going to meet up with you in a little bit. I got my clothes here. I have to fly out in the morning, but I called my car to come to your house or whatever. And I was like, okay, cool. So meet you at this time. Me and my cousin were going to go. So my cousin was going to pick him up. So we get to where we're supposed to pick him up at the time, and he doesn't answer the phone. So I'm like, okay. So we waited 15 minutes, called him again. Waited, called again. I think we ended up waiting like an hour and 15 minutes, and he just never showed up. And it was like, we just got to go at this point. So we went, and how the night ended up being horrible besides that, like, that was just how it started off horrible. My cousin, we get to the party, and you know, it's a different type of party than what he was used to going out with. So, you know, it's a very free crowd, it's a very fun crowd. Like, you go to the Wonderful Party literally to dance, you know what I'm saying, and to have a
Yeah.
good time. It's not there as a hookup spot. It's not, you know, if people do that, I didn't see any of that. Like, it was just a very free, like, a dance party to good music. My cousin wanted to go hit, like, the club scene.
Oh, no, it's not like that at all.
So him and the other two people who came dipped. So I was stood up that night.
Yeah.
And then my cousin wanted to go to a club that was close and was like, just meet me when you're done. So I ended up at the Wonderful Party all by myself.
Oh my gosh.
I know. But I ended up having a really great night. I just danced, and like people would come up and they would dance with me, and it wasn't like I want to dance with you, like to try to grind up on
Wonderful
you.
is just a free kind of party.
So they would come up, they would dance, and then they go dance with somebody else, and somebody else will come up and dance, and it was like it just moved like that. You just danced and you just went with whatever, and it ended up being a great night, and I was able to have fun by myself. You know what I'm saying? But it started off like that was shaky.
Yeah.
It started off shaky.
This was when I first started meeting niggas off the internet. So, like, I met this guy off Black Planet.
Oh, Lord. That's where you went wrong.
I know. That's how old the story is.
And
So,
that's how old you were.
yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. I was. Actually, no. I was 19.
19?
Yeah. Yeah, I was 19. So, like, he, I think.
I'm like,
18,
really?
19. Because I was living on the East Coast at the time. So, no, I met him on BGC. That's how I met him. So, he didn't have a picture on his profile at the time. So, he was like, yo, I was like, you know, but back then it was like, yeah, I was like 19. And, you know, like, niggas didn't really have flip phones like that.
What's
so,
BGC?
A Black Gay Chat.
Oh.
Yeah.
Got it. That's why.
So, so he was like, yo, you know, I don't have my picture up, but, you know, because of it was technology. It was like 2005. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. He was like, yo, but, you know, my nigga said I look like Tyrese. So I was like, huh, okay.
My friends tell me I look like Janet Jackson.
Yeah. So mind you, I was living in Connecticut at the time. So I took my happy ass on a train and met him in Times Square. When I tell you, he looked like
Freddie Jackson.
No, he looked more like how would I even describe him? Like, he was an old nigga.
Oh, he was old?
Yeah, but he like lied about his age. Like, he was like an old nigga. Like, clearly like in his 40s. Like, if Tyrese was like 40 and like a mechanic, like, it'd probably be him.
That's kind of creepy.
Yeah.
That's kind of creepy.
So he was like, yo, let's go get something to eat. So I was like, okay.
Are you gonna pay for it with your pension money?
Oh, so then he was like, yo, I was strapped for cash. So we went to Applebee's in Times Square.
Oh.
So he was like, oh, you know, I'm strapped for cash. So I do my like, oh, let me go to the bathroom. And fake like I had an emergency, came back out. I saw he was like doing something. He was talking on his cell phone, and I slipped down the stairs and got on the train and left.
That's hilarious. He deserved it. So my next one was not really a date. It was more of like, it was like a ghetto love triangle.
Oh my God.
That's when I worked at McDonald's as a teenager. So it was two niggas who liked me. It was a nigga named Drew and a nigga named Kevin. And they were complete opposites. One was corny. So it was basically like, I had like a Donald Glover after me and then like a Paperboy. And of course I was attracted to the Paperboy.
Yeah.
He used to let me wear his watch.
Young love.
I had like Alicia Keys braids.
Young love.
You know, and my little McDonald's pants was tight on my booty. So anyway, this is a story. So one day, we're restocking for the next day. It's the end of the night. And so they tell me to go up into the freezer and pull out the sweet and sour sauces. All right, cool. So I go up to go get him, and the nigga Drew follows me. And I go in, turn around, get the box of sweet and sour sauces, turn back around, the nigga standing right there. So I'm immediately on guard, like, what you want, nigga? Why you here? It only takes one person to bring down sweet and sour sauces. He's like, you know I'm feeling you. Like, come on, let me just give you a kiss. Like, don't kiss, like, skirt. Sure. Don't kiss me, nigga. That's intimate. I don't do that with just random niggas, and I don't want to kiss you. Like, get out of here.
Right.
I was like, I'm gonna tell Kevin.
Oh my gosh.
So Drew leans in and kisses me, and I slapped the fool out of him. When I tell you sweet and sour sauces went flying, okay, that day, sweet and sour sauces went flying. And the shade was, it was right in the doorway of the freezer, and there was a camera upstairs. So every manager saw me slap the dog shit out of this nigga for trying to kiss me in the opening of the freezer. I told that story on Twitter years ago, I think, and some nigga told me I was lying. It's like, first
Twitter
of all,
niggas, exactly.
I was like, first of all, just because I'm on Twitter don't mean I'm one of you niggas. I don't need to make up stories. Thank you.
Right.
But yes, that is the day that I slapped Drew, and sweet and sour sauces went every which way.
Oh my god.
Because that nigga tried to kiss me unsolicited.
So the next three of mine are all deal with white men.
Oh, well, there's a common thread.
Yep. So, 3. My ex, this is short. He hated chain restaurants. So, like, every restaurant we went to was, like, upscale and shit or whatever. So, like, I had a business license at the time. So, like, when we broke up, I expensed everything. And I got all the money back.
Amen.
Yeah. Fuck him.
Amen.
Yep.
So, the next one, the nigga wasn't really a horrible nigga. It was just a tragic story. It just ended in all kinds of ruckus. I don't know if I've ever told the story of how I got into a bar brawl in Austin, Texas, and almost got arrested on Memorial Day weekend.
No.
So it involves a white girl.
I feel like you have told the story now that I think about it.
Oh, okay. So where this is basically like a date gone wrong is that, you know, when you're a teenager and you go visit your friends and they got brothers and stuff.
Yeah.
And then y'all end up liking each other for, you know, some little raggedy stuff. So me and my friend's brother would have little googly eyes for each other, but he was a nigga. He smoked Black & Mouse. He drove a Cadillac. He had a grill.
That's hot.
So we went to this bar, and we were the only black people in the bar. This is in Austin. I'm visiting. So we go into this bar, and this white girl throws a glass at the group of black people there, which is us.
Yeah.
It turned into a brawl, and the only 3 people fighting, because the rest of them niggas, I don't even know them like that, but it was me, my friend, and her brother. And so that was a date gone wrong, because the 3 of us were fighting white people in a bar. Tables were flipping. I reached over a police officer to try to hit this white girl. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that story, yeah.
Yep. Almost got arrested on Memorial Day weekend, and then my ass ran.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh.
Hood love, hood love, hood love, hood love.
So last time I went on a date with a white man, I met him on Jack'd. And that's how, like, white people do so fucking much. Like, oh god, goddamn. So, like, I'm very much like, you know, if we can't share the same comb, but, you know, whatever. This is very recent. Within, like, the last, like, maybe 4 years. It was, like, 4 or 5 years ago. So, he hit me up, and I was like, let me try something different. You know, he's a down-ass white boy or whatever. And so, he was like, you know, can we take you out? He's also a social worker. So I was like, okay, cool. Whatever, fine. Get in. We go to this restaurant. over this. Yeah, this is before Barclays was built.
Mm-hmm.
And we went to Sunburnt Calf, which is so good. So I'm enjoying company. We're having a good time. So he was like, all of a sudden, because he had a kid. Another story. So all of a sudden he's like, so let's talk about it. And mind you, I'm in the middle of eating my salad, and he's like, so let's talk about it. I'm like, what? He was like, the elephant in the room. I'm like, what, nigga? Like, what? He was like, the fact that you're black and I'm white. And I was like,
oh,
what is there to talk about? He was like, well, no, he was like, I don't shy away around talking about race. Like, let's get it out in the open. And I was like, oh, okay. Like, I've already made peace with this shit. Like, I'm on the date with you, nigga. Like, it's fine. But he was like, I'm from Virginia, and all I grew up was around black people, and they just kind of accepted me. And I was like, see, if you didn't say all this shit, I would have been all right.
Right. Now I feel like you got issues.
Right. Now you white-splaining blackness to me and how you identify with it. I'm just like, oh, God. And then all of a sudden he goes like, you're not as intimidating as you think you are. And I was like, what?
What is your...
I didn't say I was intimidating. I said people...
What?
You asked me what people perceive me as, and I said people perceive me as intimidating, but I don't think I am at all.
What's your deal, bro?
I was like, whoa, that is crazy.
Crazy.
I see him online sometimes, like on Twitter and stuff now, but...
What's he doing, ranting?
I don't know. He might even listen to this show.
Ooh, well, if you do, young man, I hope you are not as intense as you once were.
Yeah, I was like, that was so
that's a lot.
Crazy. Like, we was cool until you hit me with the flex.
I think the 5th time was this. I met this nigga at a fundraiser, and so very handsome. He walks by. He has really long locks that are like nicely done, fitted. I feel like I told this story too. He smelled nice. And he stopped, and he was a drummer. So he stops and he talks like an African drummer.
This is bad.
So he stops, and I was like, you smell nice. You know, he had an aroma on him of pine trees.
Kente oil.
No, pine trees.
Oh, okay.
Willow trees.
Oh,
gardens. Gotcha. Gardens.
So he smelled like dank.
Yards and yards of it.
So he smelled like dank.
So I was like, yeah, you smell nice. He's like, oh, yeah? Yeah. All right, what's your name? You know, so exchange, you have a little conversation. Then he's like, you know, you want to maybe go get something to eat or something? Sure. The first issue was...
He ain't had no money.
Well, see, I'm all about exotic, like you know, just to put it in plain, like, layman's niggas terms. You know, I like some exotic shit. You know what I'm saying? I'll try some different shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll eat I'll try new things. Except, I don't want to go get Ethiopian food. I don't like it. Sorry. So.
For real, I love Ethiopian food.
It's real spongy and saucy.
Yeah.
It's not really my jam. So, if I want that, I'll go get Indian food. Anyway. So he wants to go to this Senegalese spot on Fulton where they weigh your food after you pick it off the buffet. But it's Senegalese.
Yeah.
So we go there and I'm like, oh, okay.
You went with like a real dread.
Yeah. No, he was. And I was like, oh, okay. So let me just get some rice and some meat because I'm not going beyond. So we take it. So I'm like, where do you intend on eating this? And he's like, oh, I figured we go back to your spot. Skirt. Nigga, I just met you. Okay, I'm trying to do this whole like black Sex in the City thing. You know what I'm saying? You asked me out to eat and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? And I went like, all right, you know what? I'm going to just live freely. I'm a single woman. I can go out with a nigga who asked me out to eat on the spot. Like I'm not about to do nothing but go get something to eat and go sit in my house and watch Boondocks anyway.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he's like, I figure we can eat at your crib. No, nigga, you can't come in my crib yet.
Right.
I just
I don't
met
know
you.
you like that,
I don't know you
bro.
like that yet. So I was like, you know, I'm not really comfortable with you coming over yet. Like, I just met you. Like, I figured we'd go out, have a little conversation, and then, you know, we'll go from there. Oh, it's cool. We can just eat in my car. So we ate the takeout food in his car. I took like 2 bites, and then I was like, I'm not doing this. I'll save this for when I go in my house on my own.
Right.
So I put it in the bag. And so we you know, he starts playing a Rick Ross song, and he's singing this Rick Ross song, and it is his jam. It was the newest song at the time. I can't remember which one it was, but it was his jam. And I was like, all right, yeah, that's your turn up. All right, cool. And we're having a little conversation. So then so you know Jade, okay? You know my sense of humor.
Yeah.
It can be offensive, whatever.
Uh-huh.
We started talking about like local, just I don't know how we got into the conversation. Now, I had a friend at the time, Capaggio, may he rest in peace. I love him so much. Who was from Sudan. And so we had this joke because there was the Popeyes on Fulton and Franklin, and it was it was all his people who worked at the Popeyes.
Yeah.
And it was the worst smelling Popeyes in all of New York City.
Oh my God.
And so I used to tell him, I used to be like, Cup, why did all of your people take a bath in the oil in the Popeyes on Franklin and Fulton? And we would crack up. So I was telling him this story or whatever. Oh, because that's how we got into it. Because my friend was in a coma and we were having conversation about him. And so I told him about that. And he was like, don't ever say that again.
What?
And I was like, skirt, what? And he was like, you can't say, like, that's offensive. And got super hotep on me. And that's when I was like, you were just singing me a Rick Ross song. Like, shut up, nigga. Like, I don't want to hear anything else you have to say. Matter of fact, I'm going to get out of this car now. And so that's how the night ended. And I threw my Senegalese food away because it did not taste good. And I went to the bodega and got me a sandwich. And went in my house and, you know, had me a Dutch Master. That was my night, my date for the end of the night.
Yeah.
And I watched Boondocks in happy peace. Dry and happy that this nigga was not with me any longer. And that is the nigga who I told the story about, who later texted me months down the road and asked me if I wanted to see a picture of his cock.
Oh my God.
Remember that?
Yeah.
So, same nigga, awful nigga, and yeah.
My last one.
Oh, you got one more.
It's really offensive, actually.
Gosh, the end of this episode is just horrible.
Yeah. So last time I had sex with a white man, I got sick. So white people make me sick.
You got sick how? You really need to clarify this.
I got the flu.
You got the flu?
No, girl. I'm STD, STI, and HIV free.
Oh, okay. So you just got the flu.
Yeah.
That I feel like I should have had a boom boom after it. Like,
yeah, so they make me sick. Literally.
Well, thank you for joining us in this this journey of just loathe and disgust and distaste. You know, it's all in good fun. Obviously, we want you to see the positive out of life, but sometimes it's okay to just reflect on the things that just make you sick. So with that being said,
bye everybody.
house has been through a lot this year. It's time for a home improvement project. Maybe update my kitchen or a new coat of paint. I'll need a contractor I can trust. And I know I can count on the professionals recommended by Best Pick Reports to give me great service. Plus, their work is backed by the Best Pick Guarantee. I'll look them up at bestpickreports.com today.
Your complete source for top home service professionals in your neighborhood. bestpickreports.com.
With the new iPhone SE for less than $100 at Metro, you rule. It's the most affordable iPhone on the #1 brand in prepaid. So whether you're studying online or FaceTiming.
Hey, Mom.
Hi, dear. The iPhone SE has all you need. Switch to Metro and get the iPhone SE for $99.99 after rebate redemption and 6 months of service with AutoPay. Metro by T-Mobile. Rule your day. Limit 1 per account/household. Requires port and ID validation. Not valid for numbers currently on the T-Mobile network or active on Metro in past 90 days. Restrictions apply. See store for details.